Sorry.
I know that.
There's deadly weapon.
Yeah, we've said that
Oh,
about
but with all the bloody machines.
Because they're going a third of a metre in from the fog line. We didn't know what the fog line was, but it's this white line on the side, right? So they're coming, they're putting a fence.
It's a third of a metre long. Which is just to prevent anybody parking there, isn't it? Over here. Yeah, with the shake cloth on. Yeah.
I don't know, but I saw it there. See what?
No, you can.
And this is Monty, he's a knitting nana protector.
Well, I'm here because I believe Australia needs to be protected against bad government and bad laws. Coal seam gas is here to destroy us all, and it's now proof. Cat's out of the bag. Everything we've been saying has been right.
Isn't that amazing? Latest technology.
I'm here because I've come down from Queensland and I've been involved with the group where I live that are trying to protect our shire, and we currently don't have any coal seam gas leases at home, but a couple of years ago I got to meet the knitting nanas, and that changed my life actually, and I discovered that knitting nanahood was the way to go as far as protecting this region and so many other regions from the coal seam gas and coal. It's not just coal seam gas.
Well, it's interesting.
Guys over here with the huge locks.
Oh.
I'm just a minion that just follows the instructions and goes, okay, you tell me what to go. And you're recording it all for your history of what's been happening here?
Yeah.
Yep. We've had lots of food being donated, small bits that all goes into the salad, which is very nice. Are you the Anglican minister? At Kyogle. So you know Alan Trawl very well.
Yeah, I know. Alan,
Alan,
I remember talking about it.
There's the house out there. Fabulous. Oh, yeah.
Helen, I just found the python quickly. Over that on the heel and then around so it comes out this way. And then you just there. Okay, it's gonna push this one to me. You need to hold this just this way. Help you, we're trying to get to the house. Hang on. No, let just go now. Won't take long. I don't drop. I'll hold this one. Yep. You'll hold that one.
Yeah, because you don't want it. For a very good reason. There's nothing natural, there's nothing worse than that.
Yeah, 42-degree heat in Kariga, and this police officer has to pack up his Ballarat.
Yeah. Oh, no.
forgot that I had a beard. Come this way.
They need to get over it now.
But I did see it just feel straight on the middle. And then... How are we going?
It's definitely needed, but not necessarily appreciated when you're living in a camping situation.
Exactly.
Where do you put it?
Just because the make it there.
Seriously, I know. I can't believe the second.
Doing is at the ones in Byron, that's why I didn't think of going for an op shop. Where's a good op shop in Lismore? I've got one at home.
Do you want a sweet potato?
And it's a wool one. I've had it for years, and it's actually too warm. Like in a minute, I have it on, and then I put it down to my waist. That'd be great for you. Oh, and I was going to bring this. I was going to bring my double mattress, and I've got flannelette sheets. You know, the flannel material. I was going to bring them.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the can may not last very long. They may be too hot now.
Okay.
come down to down south and Gippsland?
Yeah, I love it down there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You down there?
Yeah.
Gippsland?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm actually.
Such a bright light for such a short life. Butterfly, oh, shine your light. Such a bright light for such a short life. Butterfly, oh, shine your light. Such a bright light for such a short life. Butterfly, oh, shine your light. Such a bright light for such a short life. Butterfly, oh, shine, shine your light.
Yeah, it's lovely.
I'm fixing up the kitchen so that I can make toast in there.
Oh, really?
And then hand it on to someone else.
Yes, is that one here rolling down a bit?
I think we did, yeah. Got a restaurant. I had it in the oven.
15, yeah, that's our, yep, that's the gas-filled free Northern Rivers we already have. Okay, where we go?
Okay, Ian, I've spoken a lot to people about their relation and stuff today. For you, what does this mean?
Well, look, I'm celebrating for the moment. You know, we don't have to look at that sea of blue and be pushed around which would have happened, and it would have been very unfortunate. Of course, it would have reflected very badly back on Sydney with all the national media outlets that were going to be here and their helicopters, or all of them coming. But look, it's a victory in the short term. There's a long way to go yet. It's only a suspension.
Your thoughts on the fact that they were suspended for a lack of community consultation?
Yep. I think the community consultation has been abysmal. The community consultation consisted of really telling people what they're going to do to us, and the listening process. You've got to keep the binangs, the ears open, and that hasn't been happening. And that message hasn't been heard.
Was the issue around what type of will it was and the fact there was a bit of misinformation around that? What do you think?
Well, I think certainly it's well based on that, to use the pun. Conventional gas, okay, and then the Office of Coal Seam Gas in 25th of February 2014 says it's a tight sands gas and will be harvested, with me paraphrasing it, by unconventional means, unconventional gas, fracking.
So there was going to be fracking here, even though this particular well was trying to claim that there wasn't?
Well, there would have been if the production stage goes ahead, and there may even have been. They did try and frack the one at the casino airport at the other end. That's the one.
Now that the plan is just to hold out and see, as you say, fight's won, war not over.
No, we won't be letting up on the government on this. We will be certainly, and full respect for them for their decision. One might say it's a victory for democracy, right? This is people saying, no, the way you are treating us is not good enough. The way you are treating us by not listening to us and not considering our opinion. We can go to all the inquiries and spend days and nights of stressful time writing submissions to all your things, and then you don't take any notice anyway. So people have said enough, and it's taken this mammoth effort of a 4-year campaign culminating in this fantastic village we have here behind us to say enough is enough, go away. And we say that to all the other mining companies who want to come into the Northern Rivers, and we expand that because the people of Gloucester, the people of the Pilliga, the people of around the Laird State Forest are all facing similar things, not being listened to by government, the undue influence of lobbyists, and one might cynically say the threat of ICAC has brought about a bit of this.
Just finally, you were saying, don't know when the camp's going to move on, we've got some celebrations to do, and then we'll look at that process.
Yeah, we have to have a meeting of our coordinators, and we have to party this one for a while, and then we have to have a meeting of our coordinators and say, what are we going to do now? Where does it fit? Make, as we have right throughout the campaign, considered consensual decisions.
Well said, Ian. Very good.
Okay.
Thank you for doing that.
Now the person that we need to talk
We're just going to wait on time to get in there. Just
a lot of them may hide their numbers.
So Prime is just about they're just travelling through Gate A.
Sorry, these guys.
I'm good.
Meant to stay here.
Yeah, look, it's a great result at this point. We're not going to be looking at over 800 police on Tuesday morning. That's a great relief off a lot of people's minds. It is only a suspension at this point, and we'll see how it rolls from here. We'll be keeping a very, very close eye on how it develops. But this is a victory for people, and victory for people power. All these people have all contributed and made this a campaign which has forced this government of New South Wales to listen. And it's a worldwide, we're getting congratulations from all over the world. People are watching this and they're saying it's a victory for democracy as well.
They say it's about a lack of community. What you think the real issue is?
Well, one never knows what quite is said behind the scenes, but I have heard a few things. There was abysmal communication. There was lecturing. There were misleading statements saying it was a conventional gas well when in fact it was tight sand and would be fracked by unconventional means in the production stage. And that kind of misleading, people are seeing through it. People are saying, all right, we want to know that our voice will be heard. We don't want to have to fill in all these submissions and go to all these efforts to make ourselves be heard. And people who have never been involved with this before are saying, why our governments are not listening? And we're saying what we've done here today and by our actions here is we have made them stand up and listen, and perhaps ICAC has as well. Yep.
That's it? Very good. Okay, go for it. Come on, Aidan.
Aidan, you've been very involved out here for a long time with these people. You congratulate them, don't you?
Absolutely. All I can say is it takes every drop of water to fill this bucket, and that's what's happened in this community.
Talk to me about the people power here and the strength of belief in the people here and how influential you think that has been.
Well, the most amazing thing about this is that the issue that's won this, up front and centre, is people power, democracy and the community. That's in the text of the government decision, but that's in the political reality that's in front of us all. These things build to a crescendo and somebody had to blink first, and what was clear is the Northern Rivers was not going to blink.
So now that you've sort of won the battle here, the war's not over, what next?
Absolutely, the war's not over. We face an ongoing crisis of democracy in Australia. We see that the mining companies control all of the major political parties and as a consequence all of our parliaments. What we've achieved in the Northern Rivers is the first big crack in the wall, and we have to get in there, make that crack wider. We have to get more communities through that crack in the wall, and eventually we have to dismantle that wall and regain our democracy in Australia.
Gilbert Laurie is the original traditional man of this country.
Yeah, and
Gilbert, how are you feeling?
That's great to see. I feel good when I woke up this morning and I heard the news, the good news. I heard all the people dancing and singing. So yeah, well, I thought I was dreaming. Yeah, no, I woke up to reality, and like this was for us bringing us together as family and looking after and sharing and caring for each other. And the main thing is like we want to sustain this land and for our next generation and the generation after and after. So that is the main thing. We fight for what we believe in, and it's good to see all these people come together very, very strong as unity as one. Bless we have got a few elders around, but I always keep in contact with the local elders around here. So this is where I grew up in Lismore, and so yeah, we got very close connection around the area, and I got really close connection with all my friends, which stand beside us on a lot of issues in this land. So this is great to see victory. Together, make us feel stronger. Yeah, that's what it's about. We're all family.
I'd like to say something to you. Yeah, my name is Kamali Monsel. I'm from the neighbouring tribe, with neighbourly concerns, and what I've seen in the last 5 months, how it shared together this journey, becoming our strangers, we're going to leave as family. We all had our differences, but today, what we're hearing today, this brought us all out. The beauty of what people can do together, the power of the people. We don't have to take on the government anymore. They've got to look at us consciously and why we stood here. We didn't come here to protest. We come here to protect Mother Earth and the power of the people. Thank you. That's what it's all about, family.
I'd just like to remind our viewers and listeners that here we're walking in the footsteps of Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King, who set a path before us for non-violent direct action against oppression, against injustice, and who assured us that if we stayed the path and remained true to the cause, that we would prevail. And today we find that we have. Thank you.
My name's Nan Nicholson. I'd like to encourage other communities to do what we've done, because there's tremendous joy in causing this much trouble to a dead-end invasive industry such as this one. We don't need it in this state and we don't need it in this country, and other communities can learn from us and do the same thing.
I've been in this for 4 years now, I'd say, from the first time I heard about CSG, which now we know is unconventional gas. Bentley has proved to the world and to society we can do it. We still are a grassroots democracy, no matter what our so-called rulers try and put on us. We will always stand firm. We do want clean air, clean water, clean farmland, and as the Nanas say, we're doing it for the kiddies.
I'd like to thank everybody for their effort to protect our future, to protect the youth's future. Thank you very much, everybody.
Charlie, can you go a bit?
Yeah, Charlie.
I'm Charles from Bentley. I'm one of the most... We've come together as a group of landholders. In no way we hated each other before this started. We've come together, we've gathered in my dining room and spoken about strategy and a way of actually expressing our opinion. And then we have this massive, great camp here on our doorstep that are actually there to support what we're doing. Nothing we could ever expect. We've never been involved in this sort of thing before, but all of a sudden we've got thousands of new friends who've come together as a community to support each other to defend our valley against this invasion. And we've today sent stuff to Parliament to express our unity as a community with a map showing all the people that will lock their gate, stand at their gate with a pitchfork if they have to keep gas companies out.
Today, but this day is a victory for people power. It's a recognition of all the hard work, the sacrifice people have made over the last years. They've given up their lives to protect a region that they love from the bottoms of their hearts. We live in a community that we love. We love this land, we love the water here, we love the wonderful warm people that despite our differences we're united in a region that wants to keep it the way it is. We want to go forward as a community with sustainable agriculture, renewable energy and tourism. We don't want to turn our region into an industrialised gas field. And this highlights the crisis that we have in our democracy where our elected representatives are not representing us. They've been corrupted by the money of mining companies and vested interests. And it's time now that we change the way we do democracy in this country and we have real representation by people of the Northern Rivers and we decide what we want in this region. This is another victory under our belts and it will give us the power and the unity to go forward as a region to help those other communities also in fighting invasive mining. Let's celebrate these next few days. Let's bring people in from around the region and really unite as a community and get to know one another. But let's not forget there's still a fight ahead and we'll be back with renewed energy and we'll still keep doing what we're doing with renewed energy. Because there's lots more to be done and we're not going to rest until all the exploration licences are cancelled in the Northern Rivers. And that our is declared once and for all for perpetuity gas field free.
Joe and Helen Bruce.
Joel and Helen.
Joel and Helen Bruce. So I'd really like to acknowledge Joel and Helen Bruce, who've put in a lot of money to support us and our campaign and our advertising and our wonderful ads that are on commercial channels right now. They've done so much for us. Thank you so much.
Joel.
Thanks, Joel.
And I'd like, there's been hundreds of people at this camp over many, many weeks. We've all been fed for free, just about. I mean, people could make donations, but essentially we've been fed for free by the local businesses of Lismore, Casino and Kyogle, who've donated food and firewood and everything we've needed for survival here at Bentley Blockade. And I'd really like to thank them for their contributions. So many.
Free Northern Rivers. I am immensely honoured and overwhelmed to be a part of this community that is rising up in great numbers and great strength to resist the industrialisation of our region. We as a community are united and we will not be defeated, and we will stand strong to show the government, the corporations, the powers that be, that they will not have our land, they will not have our water, and they will not have our future, because we are together and we are strong. And I'd like to express my thanks to all of the people here, all of the people in the wider community, all of the people across Australia and across the world who've gotten behind our story and shared it and told our story to the world to give hope to those that are fighting similar battles here across Australia and across the world. So my thanks to all of those people and to all of you.
Thanks, Ellie. The streets, not in every door.
Okay, we got you.
You need a megaphone as well?
Nice. In honor of victory and the part of history we've just made, I'm going to sing my new hit rap, CSG No Way! The people power. Everybody's welcome to join in. So we took it to the streets, knocked on every door, till everybody had their say. And 98.6% said CSG
No way!
Hello folks, I'm really stoked to tell you about a little story. We want to be free of CSG, keep it out of our community. So we took it to the streets, knocked on every door, till everybody had their say. And 98.6% said CSG No way! We love our birds, our bees and trees, clean water in our boys. But hang on a minute, we smell a rat, mining companies at our door. Just sitting around and kicking back, no CSG, I'm down with that. So we took it to the streets, knocked on every door, till everybody had their say. And 98.6% said CSG No way! I'm only 10, there's lots that I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that no one here likes Matt Gasco, the politician's son. So Matt Gasco's paid, is that why they don't listen to what we say? Thousands signed a petition to say CSG in our community. No way! A green politician, 1,000 k's away, had to be the one to show what you had to say. What about my children that haven't been born yet? They say CSG is safe. Wanna make a bet? You gamble with my future. You fat-head politician in your fancy big car. Who do you think you are? So we took it to the streets, knocked on every door, till everybody had their say. And 98.6% said CSG No way! Alright, keep the beat, everybody. You wanna see it one more time? Come on, everybody join in. So we took it to the streets, knocked on every door, till everybody had their say. And 98.6% said CSG No way!
And RCA lead. So plug it into the speaker. David. Sorry.
Oh, we're all here at Bentley and we shall not be moved. Sing along. Oh, we're all here at Bentley and we shall not be moved. Just like a tree that's standing by the waterside. We shall not be moved. Everybody, come on now. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. Just like a tree that's standing by the waterside. We shall not be moved. And we'll tell old Midgasco that we shall not be moved. We'll tell old Midgasco that we shall not be moved. Just like a tree that's standing by the waterside. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. Everyone, come on. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. Just like a tree that's standing by the waterside. We shall not be moved. And we're going to tell the riot squad we shall not be moved. We're going to tell the riot squad we shall not be moved. Just like a tree that's standing by the waterside. We shall not be moved. Come on, raise your voices. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. Just like a tree that's standing by the waterside. We shall not be moved. Well, even if they bring the army, we shall not be moved. 'Cause that is a kind of army, and we shall not be moved. Like a tree that's standing by the waterside, we shall not be moved. Sing the song now. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. Just like a tree that's standing by the waterside. We shall not be. One more time now. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. Just like a tree that's standing by the waterside. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. Ain't that the truth?
This land is your land.
This land is my land. Franklin River. Thursday Island. Monkey Maya. Byron Bay. Don't let them take it away. One more time. This land is your land. This land is my land. Franklin. From Franklin River. Thursday. Awesome.
way down the road from Mark. Pretty crowded. No. No room at the end down there. All the
You need something bright. Yeah. What you got, Ben?
Oh, no, not crouch. Yeah, so either chair or stand, but prefer a stand. Okay, yeah, good. I was just thinking if we just have a little hobble around away from the people now. And
in the form of taking the belly movement.
I went for a coffee and had a fella this morning. When you resign, it's control.
He's in a now about this chicken shit that I can't.
It's been a while. Isn't this fantastic?
This is a big one. We've got to do other. I think still the video.
want to stay. Thank you.
Hello, we're going to start, so if we all want to shush a bit. You hear us? Binangari? Got to talk loud. Adam, can you come and help me with this thing? Is that better? Is that better? Got to go up louder. Oh, yep. Can you hear me now? Okay. You're going to have to ning when I hear, shush, eh? So you can hear. Pass over here to Uncle Reg here to start proceedings. And then we're going to go from there.
Number one, I'd like to welcome everyone to this great, regional, viable country of ours. And another thing, all you darling, lovely people, I'm the eldest out of all our mobs standing here at the moment. I got nephew and nieces and everyone, which I'm proud of, but you are all of you darling people. And like I said other night here, we're not worrying about the pollies anymore. It's the people power we got with us. Without you mob, anything could happen. Thank you, and love you all.
Okay, and I'm going to pass over to Gloria. Speak for the women.
Bless you all today. I give everyone a big warm love and a big warm hug, and thank you for all the love that you sent to the Mother Earth. It's been a long time coming, and I know that the ancestors have been waiting for it. I know that this is part of prophecy. When we all start standing up for Mother Earth will start standing up for us. Something that came to me, from out of the earth God created man, and he breathed into man the breath of life, and man became a living soul. So out of the earth we came, not us, the earth didn't come from us, we came from the earth. So all of us here today, we are part of Mother Earth. And Father Sky came down and breathed into us the breath of life. We then became a living soul. So we all are part of this story, every one of us. And here today, I know that we're doing our ancestors proud. We're doing our sacred Mother Earth proud, because our children are standing up for her. One song, I'm just going to try and sing a little song for you here. Ganyalela ngaya bulen malawadela. Ganyalela ngaya bulen malawadela. Gagan jalawang wela mi bin wagenji dugaje jirima malayabiya. Ganyalela ngaya bulen malawadela. Yabi yabi yowe, yabi yabi jowe, yabi yabi jowe, yabi yabi jowe. Janged nga budrum, yabi yabi jowe, yabi yabi jowe. Yabi yabi jowe, yabi yabi jowe. Janged nga sovereign malabudrum. Ganyalela ngaya bulen malawadela. Ganyalela ngaya bulen malawadela. Gagan jalawang wela mi bin wagenji dugaje jirima malayabiya. God bless you.
Okay, where will the ticket sales be? And the raffle is. Well, we have a couple of people who need to travel, and one of those is this tall man in the hat standing next to me. This is, for those of you who don't know, this is Drew Hutton.
Thanks, Ian. Look, I'm sorry I have to leave. I came to get arrested, and you haven't turned that on for me, so I'm going. But I really do want to say a couple of things. One is to acknowledge, certainly the traditional owners of this area and their elders, and to thank especially the Gadigal people of this area for having been such staunch supporters and such staunch advocates during this whole period. I also want to acknowledge the work done by, you've all been wonderful. Everybody who's been at this blockade has been wonderful. But I want to acknowledge the people who have been here doing the voluntary work, the hard slog that people seldom see. But those toilets didn't get there magically. Neither did the food. Neither did the 101 other tasks that have to be done in a community of this size, which grew at points into the thousands. So. By the way, you signalling to me to speak up? No, okay. I didn't think so. I thought I was going booming along in my teacher voice. I won't name them. You know who they are. They've just done a wonderful job. Let's give them a round of support. Eh? Now, I went out to the Pilliga State Forest a month or so ago, and I spoke to about 25 people who were doing it tough out there at the time. Not much support had gathered around them, and they were feeling a bit lonely and and unloved. And I said to them then, I'm an historian by trade, and I know that many times in history, people have been in situations that were historic. But because it was such hard work, or it was so boring, or they had so many other things to think about, they didn't appreciate it at the time, just how significant and how historic the moment was. Well, I've heard a lot of people say to me over the last few weeks here at Bentley, well, we realise this is historic what we're doing, but I've talked to a lot of you, and I don't think you fully appreciate how historic this is. This is a great moment in the history of our country. I don't think Australia will ever be the same again. I know I won't be. And it is a privilege for me to be the president of Lock the Gate at a time like this, in a place like this, in a moment like this. I really, really appreciate it. Because from here, we re-establish the fact, and it has to be re-established every 20 or 30 years or so by social movements, that this isn't a country where to be an Australian means that mateship means getting together with a few mates to rip off the public purse. That's not what mateship is. Mateship is what exists in this camp. And not only do we have to redefine basic concepts like that, we have to redefine democracy itself, because it got lost along the way. So, in this community here, we've re-established to a great extent what democracy is, and we've challenged those people who've been undermining it now for far too long. And we'll continue to go along doing just that, because in the next few weeks a similar campaign will set up at the Pilliga. And the same at Laird Forest, where our mate Nathan Tinkler thinks that he can buy a few politicians and destroy one of the great forests of Western New South Wales. How dare he? And the community won't let him. And the same at Gloucester, where that beautiful little community in that beautiful valley have been fighting now against 2 coal mines and a coal seam gas field. And we won't let them do it. We won't let the power of the people will stop them. So we're in an historic moment. We share that historic moment with many, many other people around this country, and we are going to redefine what it means to be Australian, and we're going to make people remember the decent values upon which our society as a whole is based. Thank you all very much. Thank you for your courage.
Yeah, thanks, Drew. So, for Holly?
No, for you, just for you.
Hey, I've got to put this thing on. Okay. Right now we're going to have a breath of fresh air from a 10-year-old who knows where it's at. I'd like to introduce you to Holly.
Hello everyone, my name is Holly. Okay, I gotta put this on. Hello everyone, my name is Holly. And well, here we all are in celebration. Everybody give a round of applause to yourself, because we did it! Power to the people! I am very proud to have been a part of such an amazing time in history. And I hope I was able to inspire, entertain, and be of some assistance to the Bentley movement. Thank you. I have had a great time, and also I would like to thank a few people. Firstly, I'd like to thank the Scarabotti family for letting us come onto their land. And secondly, I'd like to thank Drew for all the hard work he does. Is there a Drew in the house? Thank you very much, Drew, for all your hard work. And then thirdly, I'd like to thank the Knitting Nanas for all of their support, and they're doing the right thing. Woo! And next, I'd like to thank all the people who are standing here right now, who have supported me and reported on me. Because as far as I'm concerned, I've been in quite a few newspapers, it seems. I'm happy people are interested in the voice of the youth. And also, I'd like to thank the people running the camp and the guys from the media team. And David and Brendan especially. And one of the main reasons is because they were editing my music video, CSG No Way! Which I'm sure you're all sick of by now. And for all of the footage of me here. And last but not least, I would like to thank my mom for helping me do what I do best. Woo! Thank you very much, Mommy. And now, for the last time, just to annoy everybody, I'm gonna sing CSG No Way! Woo! Okay, everybody's welcome to clap along. I'm sure you all know the song by now, so you're welcome to sing along. Okay. Hello folks, I'm really stoked to tell you about a little story. We want to be free of CSG, keep it out of our community. So we took it to the streets, knocked in every door, till everybody had their say. And 98.6% said CSG, no way! We love our birds, our bees and trees, clean water in our boys. But hang on a minute, we smell a rat, mining companies at our door. Just sitting around and kicking back, no CSG, I'm down with that. So we took it to the streets, knocked in every door, till everybody had their say. And 98.6% said CSG, no way! I'm only 10, there's lots that I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that no one here likes McGasco, the politician's son, is on McGasco's pay. Is that why they don't listen to what we say? Thousands sign a petition to say CSG in our community. No way! A green politician 1,000 k's away had to be the one to show what he had to say. What about my children that haven't been born yet? They say CSG is safe. Wanna make a bet? You gamble with my future. You fuckhead politician in your fancy big car. Who do you think you are? So we took it to the streets, knocked on every door, till everybody had their say. And 98.6% said CSG, no way! And 98.6% said CSG, no way! Said CSG, no way! Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much.
Okay, so we've got a small person, blonde, 3 years old, called Finn. Has he been found? But he's up there at the gate, at the front gate.
21, and if anybody doesn't know it, look it up.
We know that. We already know that.
Yep. Okay, mate, do you want to join in the queue up the back here for people who want to
but
speak?
It must be spoken about. You guys are walking out of this place. They came here to the North Coast to bring their law that they brought into Victoria.
Okay, where's the choir? All right.
Let's take it away, hey? Give it up for the Bentley Choir.
Where'd you go from?
McGasco's going, McGasco's going, McGasco's going, McGasco's gone. McGasco's going, McGasco's going, McGasco's going, McGasco's gone. McGasco's going, McGasco's going, McGasco's going, McGasco's gone. McGasco's going, oh yes we know, oh yes we know, oh yes we know. Oh yes we know, oh yes we know, oh yes we know, oh yes we democracy today. Hooray, 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 hooray. There is an outbreak of democracy today. Hooray, 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 hooray. There is an outbreak of democracy today. Hooray, 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 hooray. There is an outbreak of democracy today. Hooray, 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 hooray. There is an outbreak of democracy today. Yes, we're free. 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 And all the others say the gas bill free. Yes, we're 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 free. And all the others say the gas bill free. Yes, we're 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 free. And all the others say the gas bill free. Yes, we're 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 free. And all the others say the gas bill free. Yes, we're go. 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 And the others say the gas goes go. Yes, we're 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 go. And all the others say the gas goes go. Yes, we're go. Yes, we're go. Yes, we're go. Yes, we're go. And all the others say the gas goes go. Yes, we're 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 go. And all the others say the gas goes go.
Okay, so I'd like to say a few words now on seems to fall to me sometimes. That the sound of those voices together is a little bit how this whole thing has happened. It's everyone together, it's everyone singing the best tune they can and contributing. And that's what's made this campaign over this period of time get to this point. And it is just a point. It's a pretty terrific point. It's a point where we've had a win. We've chucked a big rock in a pond and it's rippling out right across and around the planet. And I know this because we get congratulatory messages from people around the planet who have been watching and listening, and they see these wonderful videos that our terrific filmmakers, and there are more of them than these two, but these guys all around here, they're busting out all over YouTube. And I think the next one might be, did you show up for the planet? Because we all showed up at Bentley.
Which is in the Mediterranean.
And it's moments like this where, as Drew said, we take stock. It's been the old saying, pushing shit uphill. Well, it's felt like that for a while. But we finally got to this point where we have had a win. And we've made the New South Wales government listen, and the industry that is seeking to impose this unconventional gas and these gas fields upon us, we've made them listen. And they're scrambling and they're running and they're thinking, what do we do now? Let's get out our press releases to say we're doing it what's safe. We're doing the right thing, we're community consultating.
Oh yeah.
We're moving quickly towards ICAC.
And that's scary.
And all of those things. And it's by our presence and by our willingness to turn up again and again and again and contribute. And for those of you who haven't had a good look around here, and I'm sure you all are, this is a pretty amazing setup, right? This is a pretty amazing setup that's happened through the skill and ingenuity of a lot of people. And I want to thank them all. And I want to say that the smoke that's coming from down there at the fire is something that part of a ceremony. And if you walk through that smoke and feel that smoke, that's a cleansing smoke. That's a smoke of strength. That's the smoke that has held us all together and will hold us together in the future. So walk through it, feel it, let it get on your clothes. I loved going to Sydney with my old coat that a police inspector gave me that smelt of smoke and walking through the halls of Parliament. Because everyone's so clean down there.
Oh, everything. The great white.
And we know that we're in a transition now. Yesterday at 3:45, Metgasco chucked in the towel. They made a press release to that almighty beacon of nonsense, the ASX, that they were abandoning the Rosella E01 well up here on the hill. What it means is they do, and the police have said, and the police have been pretty amazing in this, the ones we've had contact with, and some of you have heard this story, but a number of us ended up in the conference room of the Lismore police station with 10 coppers the other day. The lowest rank was inspector, the highest were 2 deputy commissioners, and they were pushing it back the line back up the message to the Mr. Scipione, the commissioner, and by there the police minister, and saying, we don't want to do this. This is going to be ugly. If they were to come as they were next Tuesday, it wouldn't have been good for any single one of us, them included. And it would have been reflected back to those politicians in Sydney who are the executive of the New South Wales government at this stage, who would have seen the glare of the television of themselves and what that ordered in the television cameras, because there were 4 choppers coming in, all the major channels, all the print media. The whole world was going to be here. But the unfortunate thing was, some people may have been hurt, and when you've got a crowd of 5,000 to 10,000 people, silly things happen. So I'm so glad that we have avoided that. From now on through, we were in a transition phase, as I said, and from now on, our work here is done. If they try to come back here again, they've got to go through a whole approval process. We'll have plenty of notice, like we did last time. We knew about this well some 3 years ago. We came in out of Wolfie and I come up here and had a look at it and said, oh, that's where they're going to do the Rosella well, eh? Okay, we know that. So there's a whole process that goes through the government, trade and industry, where they have to apply and do it. And then, if any of these companies, if DART or iGas, who've just bought out DART, who are PEL 445, or Metgasco, who still have other PELs, petroleum exploration licenses to the south, or Summerland Way Energy, or Macquarie Resources, who have another PEL, come anywhere within the catchments of our great rivers up here, we will be there. And we have sent a message to those companies that they are not welcome here in the Northern Rivers. We don't have a gas field, we have a number of exploratory wells, and they won't be welcome to begin a gas field. They won't be welcome to do any more exploratory wells. This is the line in the sand. We knew it. And well done, well done, well done to everyone, to all of us. The thing is, there's a bunch of other ones around the state, as Drew said. There's Gloucester, right, where AGL intends to do 4 fracking wells right around the town. And these horizontal wells go right under the towns, right? There's the Pilliga, where Santos, and it's all for export, as we know, as we've found out. It's all for export. And the Laird State Forest. So if you're at a loose end, or if you are inspired by this energy, now is the time for us to contribute to that. And for those of us who are held by our families and our, sorry, a bit dry, jobs in this area, or whatever we're held by, keep those phone calls going, keep those letters going. What happened here was we built up a tremendous amount of pressure, right? We built up a tremendous amount of pressure over a large time. And by our presence here and our rising from, thank you. See how important it is?
That's produced water.
But the Lock the Gate Alliance, and we are a strong network, and however flawed we are, and however hierarchical some people think we are, we're a network of people working to our best abilities as a social movement to bring an end to this unconventional gas, to the shale gas in the Cooper Basin, right? To the coal seam gas throughout New South Wales, and to all those horrible things that are going on in Queensland, those huge coal mines. Why does Gina Rinehart need the Galilee Basin? How much money does a woman need? Because she's going to have a big fight with the kids if she gets any more. It's going to get bigger. And for those who want to do it in the Northern Territory, I heard a report that a drill rig fell over just as Prince William and Princess Kate were driving out to Uluru, not 30 k's from where they were. So it's through the Northern Territory. It's in the Kimberley. It's in Western Australia. It's in the Blue Mountains. So we've got a tremendous, what I would call a social conscience here, and a social conscience which is willing to convert itself to action. And when we say, when our physical manifestation is gone from here, which will happen over the next couple of weeks, we need to break it down and move on. We need to take that energy that we've learned and that inspiration and that organisational clout and the understanding of our political and social clout and assist those people in whatever way we can. Because the plan, as someone said to me this morning, is to privatize water. And Australian Water Holdings are simply seeking to, after the coal seam gas, after they've moved their clot of capital through that, they move their clot of capital into privatising water. So beware, everyone. We need to stay alert. And we have, by this thing, we have, by what we've done here, and what we still need to do to make this a gas field free Northern Rivers and New South Wales and Australia, And the planet. We're going to ensure that there is water there for our great-grandchildren and a way of life as best we can. And sure, we got things to work out. Sure, us as in our Caucasianness still need to understand that we have imposed our system on our original brothers and sisters. And we need to look at that every day and every moment and how we behave, so that we don't continue to perpetrate that fraud. And it's a steady work, and it requires reflection, and it requires being told how we go about things and how we impose ourselves, and I'm no different. So as we move forward, we have to remember that it's tolerance, it's teamwork, it's courage, it's heart, it's intelligence, and it's a synergy which is the sum of all the parts, beyond the sum of all the parts, that has got us here. And we need to take that out into the world wherever we go, and remember the lessons learned here and not fall back into the slumber. As Brother Roy said, you know, we're awakened now. The Goanna awakened, Nyamal awakened. It's time now to take that out and really press home the advantage. And it is a political fight, make no mistake. It is something we have to win, make no mistake. And as someone else said, it wasn't me. As Doug said, it's the fight for our lives. So let's do it in the most careful, heartfelt, gentle, incisive, best way we can, and take each other. One of the great things about this campaign is that we've taken everyone along by their understanding. That's why we've all come here. And that's what we have to do as we move forward from here. So with that said and done, thanks you all. Yay! Yay! Speak loud.
Yeah, we're just looking at something here. Yeah. Well, I'd like to say thank you for coming all, and I'm very honoured to speak here today. My uncle and my auntie and my tribe here. And anyway, it's been going for 5 months, this stuff. I've been here for 2 months, and my uncle here, I've just realised who he was and what part he plays in my life here on this land. I've got one tribe, Gidable, but now I've got another tribe here. People from all over the place, diversity, farmers and that sort of stuff, and grassroots people, and how we changed. I just come back from watching TV and how we made it all over the continent. And it's just surprising, you know. I didn't think I was going to get up and speak today, but here I am anyway, and I've got no question about it. Hopefully we can come better people because of this. As Ian was sharing that we all got our difference, but yet we got to still be one as family. And this is just a small battle. We got bigger things to go through too. We've got to go all over this country to win this. To take back what we all got to be protectors. That's the main thing. We're not protesters anymore. You know, we're all protectors of this land. And, you know, yeah. Turning. Yeah, it's changing. That's all I can say. For everyone. Thank you all, my new tribe.
Okay, pop that on.
Pop that on.
So, we've got Ellie Bird here. Now, for those of you, a lot of you know Ellie, but Ellie's a wonderful person who sits there and gets things done. Ellie turns up at a meeting with a clipboard, and when someone says, well, we need to do this, this and this, hear this little voice, I got it. And Ellie's been working now with Lock the Gate nationally. She was previously with the Lantern Parade and helped that make a really wonderful event in Lismore, and she's got some words.
Thanks. Thanks everybody, and so good to see you all here and so good to be with you all here. So that's the first thing I guess I want to say is to add to the words that everybody else has said is thank you, you know, like thanks. This is amazing. When I first got involved in this campaign, I had I resisted with, you know, I resisted really hard. I was like, I don't want to work that hard. I don't want to get that deep. I don't want to fight so hard. But then I was like, I'm not alone. It's not just me. It's all of us, and we are all fighting so hard. And this community, the strength that this community shows, and all these people who come out to all of our events and get behind us is truly the most amazing, inspirational, amazing thing I've ever been a part of. This community is rock solid. This community is strong. And this community is going to win and keep on winning. We are a beacon. I know everyone said it, but we are a beacon of light to all of the communities in this country, in this region, in this world. We are a beacon of light and a way that it will be done and it can be done, and we can stand up and fight for our land, our rights and our future. I won't talk so much longer because talking. But I do want to really acknowledge the people that have been here on this land, on that land, for months. I really want to acknowledge those people that have slept up there, that have camped up there, that have not showered, that have eaten up there, that have worked up there, that have put their hearts and their souls into defending those gates, so that our community can be defended. They are the ones we're over to. So let's hear it to the Simmers! Thank you! We love you, we appreciate you, we acknowledge you, as I acknowledge each and every one of you that are here and that are watching at home, because all of us together is what has done it and what has won this fight. And we'll see you on the next battlefront.
Now we've got a couple of local people, really local, who live just around here, and Rosemary and Ross Joseph. And one of the interesting stories, these Green Radicals here got banned from walking around Parliament last week on their own. They've got to be escorted now. They had the temerity to grab the Treasurer of New South Wales, this young man, from his coffee table meeting in the cafe and say, hang on, we are peaceful protectors. We're not, he yelled out, they're not peaceful in the Parliament. And then he had to come and sit and listen to his elders for a while. So I'm going to ask Rosemary and Ross just to say a few words on behalf of the Bentley crew, the local Bentley farmers.
I just have to take a minute to compose myself. I've just never been so proud to be part of a community before. Sorry.
Welcome home.
It's just been, if it wasn't so serious, it really has been the best time of my life. I can't think of any happier day than that Thursday. Can't think of any happier day than that Thursday morning when we found out what was actually happening. And Meg and Peter and Ros Irwin and Reverend Jim and Ross and I were down in Sydney together, and we were all banned. They actually even accompanied us to the toilet, so they stood outside there so we wouldn't do something dreadful. But it was a lot of hugs that day, that's for sure. And I think I've actually had more hugs in this campaign than I've ever had in my life before. So on behalf of all of the residents of Bentley, I can't thank you enough for everything that everybody's done. Thank you. And it's not just the Northern Rivers, is it? It's everywhere, as we said. And all that support we got from everywhere is all added to that pressure in the last week. And bang.
There's much more for me to say. I think Rosemary said it all, but just reflecting on the few days that we spent in Sydney this weekend, last week, I guess for me I had a great pleasure in sitting opposite some of these leaders of our community, such as the Minister for Resources, the Police Minister, and being able to eyeball them, and after they'd given us their pre-prepared speech, to be able to say, well, thank you very much, Minister. I hope there are no repercussions. I hope what you say is what's going to happen, because if it doesn't, we'll still be here and we're going nowhere.
It's going to become part, when we look in the Macquarie dictionary scene soon, it's going to be, you know, last year's word was password fatigue. This year's might be done a Bentley. Simo. Yeah. So Thomas said that the next time they ignore the wishes of the people, we'll tell them, remember Bentley. This is there's a lot that goes into getting something like this up. You know, we've met once a month as a regional community at Lock the Gate, 2 representatives from each group, usually in Lismore, a couple of times down the coast, on a Sunday. You know, it takes quite a lot of to give up your Sunday to go and do these things. It's like when you want to really kick back and not get out in the car at all, but we've done it. And Scott Sledge here has been one of those people who's been with it right through us. And he was at Glenugie, at the Pollux Road ponds, at the seismic tests around Casino, where we ran around blockading them in a mobile blockade, and at Doubtful Creek, and has organised and been out here and pushing for this camp to get started out here. And I want you to give him a big round of applause.
Thank you. I see this as the high water mark. We've come to a moment in history, and incidentally, I trained as a historian, so I feel I have a right to say something. We've come to a point in our history where, in the struggle against sort of greedy corporations and corrupt politicians, where the people have said, we've had enough of this, and we're going to do something about it. Now, where is better than the Northern Rivers to stand up and say that? So I'm not going to take up much more of your time. You've heard me talk before, but I do want to take my hat off to all of you, because without you, this would not have happened.
Okay. Oh, the raffle. Hang on, before the song, there's the raffle. Wendy, come and talk about the raffle. There's a raffle.
Are we feeling empowered?
First of all, I want to acknowledge that we are on Withable Wild land, and I want to give all of my love and thanks as a visitor here. I'm a Murawari man, and for all of you who are not from this country, we're all visitors here, and I hope I can say it on your behalf. Yes? Thank you, Uncle. Thank you, Auntie, and all of your family, and all of your ancestors, and everybody who has been before us. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I want you all to look around you and see all of the faces here from all around the planet. Farmers, hippies, black fellas, white fellas, red fellas, Asian fellas, nanas, children,
Rainbow Tribe.
all the Rainbow Tribe, all the colours, we've all come together. And we're all here standing up for one thing, Mother Earth. Yeah? Finally, we've come together. Finally, we're making a stand for what's right. We're no longer just being pushed around by idiotic, senseless, mindless economic paradigms. We have made a stand, and we are here together, and we've been doing it, and all the faces that I've seen here that have been doing it for so long, thank you so much. You're all legends, putting it every day on the line for this, giving up your whole lives. Thank you so much. And all the people that have been quietly doing their work here and in other places. And if we can just send out a big thank you to all those people who aren't here that have put so much effort in as well, and hopefully they'll be able to see it on the cameras and everything like that, and they'll know. Because reality is, you know, what we've been doing here is going to ripple out to the world, and I think it's called the Bentley effect. And let the Bentley effect ripple out, and let communities unite everywhere and know that we are strong. We are the people. We are the ones that are going to be telling them how it's going to be done, and this is our earth for the future generations, for now and forever. Okay.
Yeah, we have. Yvonne just said, and we'll mention it again, that Dave and John Scarabalotti of Greenmount Meats, who made this possible. We've had ourselves on the side of roads before. We've had ourselves operating out of our cars and sleeping outside on the verges of roads at Glenorchy and at Doubtful Creek, and this was only possible because they saw, and of course they saw because they lived just over here, John does, that this will affect them in a very bad way. So a big round of applause for the Scarabalottis, please. Okay. All right, there's one more announcement before the song and we finish up this formal part.
So, as a Terania baby, it's just such a privilege to have been part of these two incredible historic moments where the people coming together in non-violent direct action has forced a political solution. So it's just so exciting. I'm going to sing a song, one that I changed the words to a Judy Small song, and we've been singing up in the dawn times.
It's as much as it'll do, it's only small.
All right, and I need your help. Bit slower. We've come out here to Bentley, come to camp and greet the dawn, to stand here in peace saying, "Met Gasco, be gone." And this is not one farmer's fight. There's people by the score, by the hundreds, by the thousands, and there'll be 10,000 more. And we're fighting for our families, we're fighting for our friends, and we won't stop, no, we won't stop, till this gas-field madness ends, till this gas-field madness ends. And our community is determined to protect what is at stake. Clean land and air and water for our children's sake. And our song is growing louder as it echoes off the sun, while singing gently Bentley until the battle's won. And we're fighting for our families, we're fighting for our friends, and we won't stop, no, we won't stop, till this gas-field madness ends, till this gas-field madness ends. One more together. And we're fighting for our families, we're fighting for our friends, and we won't stop, no, we won't stop, till this gas-field madness ends, till this gas-field madness ends. Woo!
They're just travelling from gate A.
I don't know yet. That's something that will happen on Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
So if we need to go in and film what we do we need to have these?
Yes.
Could we get them from here?
I would imagine that we could probably get a filmmaker to come with us.
Okay, so we want a camera and a cameraman.
Yeah, alright.
Okay, so does anyone know who to
Yeah, that'll get down.
Thanks a lot for the jam last night.
Alright, thanks, man. It's always fun.
Oh no. Oh no. No. Rosie, come here. Or me. Oi, don't chase me. Finally I got here.
In my soul, all delusion. Panic in my soul, force the frustration. In my
Yeah, because I was going to go like that. Because if you went to African tradition and the African economically build a civilization. Me tell you no hesitation. Up to Babylon, more acceleration. Free yourself from mental incarceration. Chant a psalm, day and night of preparation. And analyze the constellation.
There it is. It's adding it up. Arian, do ya? Arian, I was told that. Have kids with you.
It's just in the camera.
Okay, I've got to go and take that pole down, don't I? No, you stay here. I'm going to go up there and take that pole.
Alright, okay, I'll put it.
We're going to get somebody up on the tripod. You guys want this? They're all in front of here, so line up on the streets all here. I'll get up on the
Right, photo time, everyone. Is that right? I think so. Photo.
Yeah. This flag holds.
Joe? I'm going to stand next to you so you're in the brightness.
Unless we turn around the other way where Australia really is.
Oh, wow.
You know what I should be in if everyone comes into the line.
All right, who's going to walk out this side?
If everyone comes down here as a group.
Down.
Gravity will be in your photo.
Right, we go across here.
His barricade.
Another place goes.
That's his code name. Barricade. That's what Mom's called.
Hello for you.
So look, we've got a great big butt on the ground, man.
Take the photo.
No, it will.
How are you now?
It's way too big to put on that.
It's not very bloody level. Put these bits of pine, they're only pine, they're not toxic. It's been burning for months, yeah?
I'll do that.
Hand up.
Fucking oath, man. That's why you don't have roses. Hey, darling.
Doing while we're in the video.
We can probably fit two up here. We can probably fit two up here. I mean, it's not like I'm on a thin piece of shit board or anything.
It's like in school. Come on. Yeah, come on.
Just near the end of the fence line where
Buildings has to be in a photo.
Could you move the camera?
Yeah.
If you go further, because behind the barrel, she won't see the photo.
She wants us to come.
I've got a card and I'll email them. I'll bring them.
You can email coffee. I mean, if we can send moving pictures through the TV, surely we can send chocolate. Shake it, Lee.
Next one. The next one.
Can you grab these off?
Hey, that's how I find you.
I'll find you in your Snapchat.
We're good. That's cost like 6 pumps.
I'll take all this off.
Duh.
You want to take some more?
Guys, like, hey, I said, I'm losing out of this, I've got a campsite. And then because I didn't come back, and, then some, that shit.
Yeah. What about
All last night,
It's dangerous.
Watch out, cockroach! Stay clear, it's a cockroach! Stand down, kick it!
Puppy power! Are we leaving?
Puppy!
Are we leaving? Oh, cool.
at one of their meetings.
I'll be here.
I'll see you when you get back.
Yeah, we'll see you when we get back.
It's a fucking shield.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll stay up there.
I haven't seen these all for years. They're sure you're going to have heaps of photos, eh?
Yeah. Once you go on my Facebook, you'll see there's so much shit on there.
You started documenting everything right at the start, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Like, my perspective is, like, and please don't get confused. Say the dog or the lion Yeah, but that's wrong. I like to tell them the story, because that's actually my caring. It's actually that I really care. And that's why sometimes people come and attack me, because they know that they can feel in the energy that I really care.
Yeah, no, look, it's all great. We needed to go.
Yeah. Well, oh, and I've got to ask, yeah. This is the same as Omar's, but his hasn't got the sheet, his black queen. Now I have to ask you for a receipt that you've got $290 for that fire extinguisher. He just gets it. I've got it. Where we take it? Yeah, I need to put tax for the farm. We'll go down this way.
It's more than like, because her work is she's one of the main she made a lot of sense to me. She made a lot of sense. She ritual dance theatre for peace and the environment. For peace. For peace. Yeah, for peace. Yeah, she did a lot of